are beginning a new semester here at the Shala, and we are going to be studying the koshas, or the sheaths of ourselves. And the book we're going to be studying this semester is Light on Life by B. Yeah, I better start over. Sorry, by B. Woo! Kim's fun new haircut threw me off. Woohoo! Look, T has her zoom in on our star pupil. Yeah. All right. Okay, here we go. So we are beginning a new semester of studies here at the Shala. We're going to be studying the koshas, otherwise known as the sheaths, that are the layers of who we are. And the book we're going to be using for our studies this semester is Light on Life by Iyengar. And it's a beautiful book. I hope all of you have it in your library. It's one I would like in your permanent library. It's one of the 10 books. We do have it on our website. You can click into it, get it from Amazon.com or your favorite bookstore. So last week we talked about two terms I want all of you to be familiar with, and the first was sadhaka, which means practitioner or seeker. And the other was, of course, the practice, which is what? Sadhana, or the quest, is what we've been studying. So looking at the koshas, all the layers of who we are, is going to be for all of us this semester an inward journey. And a way for us through svadhyaya to get closer to ourselves, to understand ourselves. So sort of our own psychology, if you will, our spiritual path, where we're going to be looking at the different layers of who we are and how each one, not only we want to keep it clean and clear, but also we want them to work together to be integrated. To make up who we are as well. So one of my students last week, I thought this was brilliant. I had been talking about Patabi Joy saying, practice, 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 practice and all is coming. And he said, Diana, yeah, but if he said that, then, you know, why are we studying, kind of like, why are we studying philosophy? I thought it was all about practice. And I loved his question, because for us to take time in our practices to study philosophy and to understand the Sanskrit and the poses, but also the philosophy behind it all, for me, it really brings depth to the practice. So for all of us, it gives us a way to be in our practice that has a place to grow, and it has a place to deepen for all of us when we start to understand the intricacies and the wisdom. We say philosophy is actually means wisdom. So it's a way for us to understand more some of the wisdoms behind or underneath all the different things that we're doing in our practice. So for me as your teacher, this is your school, I really want to encourage all of you to deepen your practice, and for you to grow your practice, and for you to feel like it's not something that stagnates, but it's something that is ever changing and has the potential as a practice to grow, but to help us as human beings grow. So this week I asked you guys to read the introduction of Light on Life, which was a beautiful discussion by Iyengar about his process and his journey, and talked about how he started this path of yoga as a very sick young man, as a very sickly child, and how it really transformed him in so many ways. And how it changed his life. And I think sometimes when that happens, then we want to share that with others. So Iyengar, over the course of his life, was able to give this gift and pass on the sadhana, to pass on the jewel of the practice to all of us today. So sort of honoring his journey is also, hopefully for you guys, it is for me, really inspiring on my own path. So there's so many beautiful things that he wrote just in the introduction, but I want to read one thing, and if nothing else, to inspire you, but to encourage you to also do the readings with me as well. So this is from the introduction, where he calls, and I love this, freedom awaits. These have always and will always be the challenges that we humans face. As animals, we walk the earth. As bearers of the divine essence, we are among the stars. As human beings, we are caught in the middle, seeking to reconcile the paradox of how to make our way upon the earth while striving for something more permanent and more profound. So many seek this greater truth in the heavens, but it lies much closer than the clouds. It is within us and can be found by anyone on the journey inward. So I usually share this quote with you at least once a year. It's such a beautiful analogy and comparison for our devotion to our Ashtanga practice. The quote is by Jacob A. Riis. Look at a stonecutter hammering away at his rock, perhaps 100 times without as much as a crack showing in it. Yet at the 101st flow? I think that's a typo. Should be blow. Yeah, sorry. Start over. So the quote for this week is one that I use at least once a year. It's a beautiful analogy for our Ashtanga practice and our dedication to our practice. It's by Jacob A. Riis. Look at a stonecutter hammering away at his rock, perhaps 100 times without as much as a crack showing in it. Yet at the 101st blow, it will split in two. And I know it was not the last blow that did it, but all that had gone before. So honoring each one of you for your commitment to your practice as Ashtangis and stonecutters.